This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
What's up? That notification that you just got is because I just shared as Did Radio Podcast again.
All right.
Well, 7th time's the charm. The show has officially started.
Yeah, I was fucking around with lots of production today, so all my levels were all crazy. I didn't get to zero them before the show. Welcome, everybody, to episode 167.
You'd think after doing this 167 times...
Well, I banged out that... yeah.
Right,
I really don't have an excuse.
The first 3 times was like, oh, I figured out what's going on. And then the 4th time, you're like, oh, my mic was on. So everybody watching on YouTube got to see all of that, or hear it, or whatever you want to call it.
It always reminds me of working at PDH, because Coop would constantly like push the wrong button and fucking do commercial breaks. Like he'd do the commercials and he'd be talking over them, answering phone calls. What's up, baby? Nah, man. I don't think I can get that on this hour. I'll try next hour. Okay. And then he's just like, ah. and then you hear it mute and whatever. Oh, boy. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff out here.
Yeah.
Yes. We want to, sitting next to me, to my left, your left, if you're watching, is Andrin Foster. I didn't know the last name. I just wrote Andrin in the... Andrin Foster from Untamed. We got in touch with you. Actually, I don't know who got in touch with who, because I wasn't involved with the whole thing. But
we talked at Creator Fest, right? That was how we got here.
No. Well, we talked at Creator Fest, but how did you get on Creator Fest? That's what I'm wondering.
Crafted Cup. You gave me a sample because I have a beard. It's not as majestic as yours, but it's marginally majestic.
Equally majestic. I would say.
So he just approaches random people and gives them samples of their beard products.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
If you see me on the street, I will give you a sample.
The other day when you were
right?
at the Crafted Cup, I think it was during open mic when you were there, and Bosch is like, that's the beard guy that's coming on, right? And I was like, what gave it away? So yeah. So we met at Crafted Cup, and that's how you got to Creator Fest, and that's why you're here.
And we fucked up big time because we were supposed to, like last week, we realized why didn't we have a beard growing competition for like a month before, you came on, so we could really get at it. But
so we decided to do it for like a week.
There you go.
But it's not really fair because I had a 5-year head start.
Yeah, bit of a head start.
Well, this is 2 weeks of growth for me.
Nice, looking good, man.
Yeah, am I?
I got to give you a sample.
It's not going to look any better than that. So he's been complaining about how itchy things are.
Actually,
all of that.
I took because what I do is I can't shave, like clean shave. My skin is like incredibly sensitive, and I've tried fucking everything. I've tried the shitty Gillette stuff. I've tried the gel garbage. I tried all natural freaking soap with like a brush and everything. I tried the shaving oil. Nothing works. I break out, it fucking just rash and everything. So I got.
What do you do before you shave?
Huh?
What do you do before you shave? Like, what's that process?
I fucking soak my face with a hot towel.
So you're doing all the things.
I do everything. Like I've actually researched on YouTube. What am I doing wrong?
Do you go with the grain, against the grain, both ways?
Both ways.
Ooh.
I go both ways.
Yeah, man.
And and nothing worked. So finally, I was just like, well, fuck it. I'm just my wife does not like facial hair at all. No offense, but
totally fair.
Which is fine because you're pretty handsome, and then it's nice. So keep her at bay. But
she's okay with a little.
I
bit
mean,
of
I wouldn't want to date someone with facial hair either. So it's I
Fair
get
enough.
it.
Your beards will get stuck together, you know.
But yeah, she's fine with this. She was like, I'm fine with the stubble. It looks good. I'm like, oh, great, finally. So, and I just went out and got a beard trimmer.
Nice.
And now I keep it super low, but it's
you still
great.
get itch?
It's right now.
This is the longest I've ever seen
It's driving me fucking crazy.
You need the product, man. You need some balm. It'll clear
Oh
up that
man,
itch.
it's making me nuts. Like, and I didn't want to put anything on it because I'm
I was
afraid.
like, just
of,
go over there and get a sample. It's right there.
You know where
just
I am.
Go get it.
You know where I live.
I just wanted to tough it out until the day of.
Right.
You know, to see.
So you can write your war stories about.
Oh, he's gonna shave it off tonight.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's gone.
I'm so
like clean shaven or just
no,
trimmed?
just
Trimmed
trimmed.
down.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I always did too, because I had the same issue. I mean, I shave my neck now, but I also figured out that just using just a straight razor, not like a flip out straight razor, like you
Like a
kill somebody
safety
with.
razor.
Yeah, like one of those. One of the.
You kill somebody with?
Yeah.
Is that what they're for?
That's all they're for now. That's all they've been for almost 100 years.
Have you seen those guys shaving with an axe?
Yeah.
They, like hit it with a hammer. And shit.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
And also, why? Now you're just showing off. Yeah, I use one of those. It's just like the flat double-edged blades, and it like screws into the old school razor.
Oh yeah,
I use that, and that has helped so much. Like better than all this fucking bullshit. $27 blade Gillette Mach 5.
I mean, it's a scam.
Blah blah. Yeah, it's
All
bullshit.
That shit's a scam.
I also
I get 50 fucking blades, which last me 5 years for $10. And that the fucking razor's stainless steel. Pretty sure it's gonna be around when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You're talking about which one are you talking about?
The what, like the flexible blades, and you screw
and you screw it on top. I started using those because I figured all the gunk on those Gillette ones was what was fucking up my skin. But still, that is just it was just too.
Yeah.
It wasn't sharp enough. It was just too much because those you need those are tricky. You gotta get
the angle right.
You gotta know your face.
Yeah.
But I mean, now I only shave, and I shave this. I do what you do with the electric, just down to so it's presentable, and then every time I shoot a wedding, I shave my neck, and I don't have any irritation. I also stopped using bullshit aftershave junk. I just use coconut oil, or I use stuff from Nomadic Boutique, that hand salve with calendula oil.
Calendula? That's like your new favorite thing, it seems.
It is. Yeah, it's fun to say.
Brooke brought by just a little oil for scent, scent oil stuff from Sensitive Earth while we were at the Dark Side Bazaar.
Nice.
Should mention that Andrin was also at the Dark Side Bazaar.
Was.
She brought it over, and there was stuff floating in it, like herbs or whatever. And he's like, what's in that? Calendula? Like, what? Where'd that come from? You didn't even wait. But I don't know how you did at the bazaar, but
I did great. I had a good time. Talked to a lot of people. I've been so busy I had forgotten that it was about to be Father's Day, and almost every single person who came up was getting something as a Father's Day gift.
Oh, how cool!
And so I was like, oh yes, that's exactly why I'm here.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. I'm going to be with my dad on Father's Day, riding the motorcycles. So I probably should have gotten him something.
Yeah, my dad's got a mustache because he's classy as fuck. But I don't think if I got him that stuff, he would never use it.
Wouldn't even use it.
He'd use it once or twice, and then it would just sit in his cabinet. He's a very simple.
Generally, older men are less about it.
Yeah,
it's some of the younger guys are more interested in trying to, because I feel like it's more of a competition among guys our age, who can have the fucking craziest mustache.
That's kind of what I wanted to get into. Is kind of
you could grow a
beard
killer
culture.
Stash, man. I'm sure you
do it.
It looks like garbage.
No.
I feel like it'll just take away. It'll take
shit.
attention away from your weak chin.
I wish I could grow a mustache, but I just trim it. The rest, everything else is fine. But my mustache, it just looks like a dead spider in my face.
Mine, if I let that go, it just starts going up my nose.
Yeah.
It just like
It's a
curls right
a
up,
reverse
drives me
stash.
crazy. It's the Sicilian blood.
Mine's starting to go. Mine's starting to curl up too.
Yeah.
It's just starting to go like this, and like I don't know. I can't. I
You
don't think
just
I
look
can
like
do
a
it.
character on day 3 of The Walking Dead. That's what you look like. You look like somebody. It's
slow
just like
rot.
I have not showered and I haven't shaved yet. It's
look
only
like-
been a couple of
I
days.
look like Glenn in the
Yeah.
season before he died.
Well, yeah, Glenn in season
Spoiler
5.
alert. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, he died 2 years ago. It's fine.
But yeah, the mustache thing, and like I mean, and I know you're probably gonna cringe when I say the word hipster, but I mean it's fucking really kind of huge, man.
Well, if you take it to the extreme, definitely. But I mean, when I first started growing a beard, I mean, not to sound like a hipster, but this didn't really start until like 2005. Like it got
Like the beard thing.
yeah, like where it was a normal thing for young people to have a big beard.
Yeah, well, because I think our generation made it happen because
Mm-hmm.
you know it used to be you would lose your job
Yeah,
if
you didn't shave
if
every
you
day.
you know
yeah,
just
Yeah, man.
hadn't shaved in 24 hours, you could
Yeah.
lose your job. And I think we really pushed the boundaries of what's acceptable in the workplace.
yeah.
You know, I hear a lot from people. They say, "Oh, well, you know, this is just a fad or it's a phase or it's a hipster thing."
Yeah.
And you know, there's all these arguments that we've hit peak beard, things like that. You know,
beard?
Yeah, that was like an actual like New York Times headline. Have
Wow.
we reached peak beard? Clickbait bullshit. But that aside,
critical beard mass.
yeah, exactly. And you know what I point out is that it might seem like a lot compared to 2004 or any time before then, but you know, statistically, less than 2% of men have beards.
Yeah.
You know, it's still a relatively small number. If you compare that to the 1800s, for example, where basically everyone had a beard, you know,
Well, yeah, because you can't fucking shave every day. You're worried about feeding your family and getting water that's not going to kill you.
but they used to,
Yeah.
you know, 100 years before that,
Yeah.
everyone was clean shaven every
Oh,
day in
yeah.
the 1700s. So I think it's more of like a century cycle than a decade thing. I
I'm
think
going to kill your dog.
I'm gonna kill him too. Here, you go ahead.
I think
Yeah.
oh, he's coming down.
Came down here
he has a strong opinions on beard
there's
style.
definitely an ebb and flow of things.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's normal. It's also normal to make fun of it a little bit on
Right.
occasion. What the fuck are you doing here?
I mean, if you can't handle being made fun of, you don't deserve a beard.
How is your root canal?
What are you handing me this for? I can't drink that. Because it's India Pale Ale, you dummy.
Is it gluten free? sit down,
It
sit
says
down and get on mic.
Grapefruit IPA. Oh, it's gluten free.
So this is a surprise. Put on headphones, get on
Yeah,
mic.
this is a very surprise. Sorry to cut you off. We'll
Yeah.
get back into it in a second. This is our good friend Adam Merritt. He's one of our underwriters.
He just fucking shows up
He
now.
just shows.
apparently. No, it's fine. But it was just a good surprise. Yeah.
I brought this because I wanted to tell you
Ooh.
about this.
Did you? How about you talking to the microphone?
Yeah.
Told you about
You've been here 3 times.
You gotta turn me up.
All right, so
Yeah.
Andrin, back to it.
Inline- Huh? Try it. Just try it. Try it out.
You're stealing his thunder.
I'm Adam, by the way. Sorry.
Andrin.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Cole,
That's the one I got for you on the.
What were you saying?
Yeah, I was just saying that, you know, everyone thinks that I've had a
tasty.
lot of conversations with people talking about how you know, that it's a fad and that it's going to burn out in 10 years from now. Everyone's going to be clean shaven again. And I just think historically, you know, there's no evidence for that. This is something that moves with the centuries. I think 10, 20 years from now, you're going to see a greater portion of people wearing beards, you know, for no other reason than the reason we stopped wearing beards in the 19th century or the 20th century wasn't because it was cleaner, you know, like the technology increased, but because of World War I and chemical weapons. Because if you
Gas
had a big
masks.
fucking beard,
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
gas mask, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you
I
can't-
didn't even think about that.
you can't. My
Yeah.
older brother brought this to my attention because he used to have a huge beard and he's a firefighter now, and so he can't. And
Yeah,
I was like,
can't
"Why the
have it.
fuck do you shave?" He's like, "Because I don't want to die."
Yeah.
So
I want to be
Yeah.
asphyxiated.
Yeah, well, that was
I had
why I
trouble
couldn't.
with- I had
That was
trouble
why I
with that
couldn't
word.
do the snooba.
Snooba.
Remember that? Because the goggles went underneath your nose. So the second I went underwater, the goggles filled with water.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. I remember now.
Had I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
had ones
yeah.
that went over my eyes, I would have been fine.
not a good seal.
Yeah.
This doesn't seal well.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
that's a good
I
point.
never thought about that.
Yeah. So
I saw my father for the first time, and my mom, or he had a beard since before my mom met him, and he had to get for a respirator. Had to shave his entire beard off, so I did the same thing. I shaved, and we took a picture side by side. You couldn't tell the difference between the two of us, but like my mom was like, "I can't look at you right now." I swear to God, his upper lip looked like this big. Like she hadn't seen his upper lip, like his face, since before they started dating, and it's just like I can't even look at you right now. It's too weird.
Yeah, when you go hardcore, how big was his beard before he shaved?
I mean, it was just a full beard. I mean, it was just like his right
Nice.
now, but I mean, it wasn't like sometimes it got to a lumberjack style,
Right.
but I mean, like
During
my
the
brother
winter or
has one
something.
just like yours, and like I haven't seen it since probably about 9 years or so.
Yeah.
So if he trimmed it down to look like that, it would be like, I
Ooh,
don't know.
who's this
Yeah,
guy?
Who's this guy? Yeah, exactly.
I get really bad. I did it once, just because it was the same sort of thing. I mean, I didn't need to, but I realized I hadn't seen my own face in 5 years, and I was like, "What's that look like?"
Yeah.
I've sort of forgotten. And so I went clean shaven from around this length, and have any of you guys seen the film The Fly? With
which one?
With
the original
Goldblum?
Yeah.
Remember that scene where he's looking in the mirror and he's sort of checking his
Yeah.
face, and it looks like he's checking, to see whether he needs to shave again, and then he just
pulls it
takes
right off,
his
yeah.
jaw off.
Yeah.
That's how it felt.
Yeah.
It like the body dysmorphia that I felt was insane. I felt like a Goomba from the Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Like I was just like I just took my whole chin and just put it somewhere else. And if that wasn't bad enough, I then went and I tried to meet with some friends, and they thought I was a stranger. Like I was like, it's me, Andrin. And they still like were walking. It's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
It took me a while to basically like show my identity. Like here's my driver's license. Like I promise.
Are you bearded in your driver's license?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
But that's the way to do it. You
Oh,
always want to be bearded in all your official pictures. That way, if you commit a crime and you have to run from the law, you shave it off. You look like a totally different person. Takes a long time to grow a beard, but to shave it off is instant.
like in The Fugitive.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like Thanos.
The last time I went
Snapping
down
his
to,
fingers.
I mean, clean shaven. I haven't actually been clean shaven in probably 10 years.
Yeah.
But I used to do like perpetual 5 o'clock shadow like he did for a while. But Amy's only seen me close to clean shaven one time, I think, and it was because my beard trimmer had broken, so I was using like hair clippers, and I was like cleaning up an edge with no guard, and I slipped, and I was like, can't put it back on.
Nope.
So I just took it all off, and she came home, and she's like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. So
Yeah.
she does not like. She won't even let me cut the hair on my head, much less the hair on my face.
Oh, so she
Yeah.
wants you just like
Yeah.
fully hairy.
She wants me to have hair like down to the middle of my back and like
Yeah.
a giant beard.
Jesus
Girls
Christ.
girls are one way or the the other.
Yeah.
You know,
I see.
like
I
your
want to
wife's
look like
not
a
about it.
psychopath. I want to have a fucking mohawk and a full beard. That's what I want. I want to look like Zangief. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just want like a short mohawk, like even like crew cut length, like the length of your hair, but then like a number 1 on the sides. Just so that I can look like if somebody wants to get in a fight with me, I can just take my hat off and be like,
They're
I
back
fucked
the fuck
up.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking like
Just go to just like take my hat off and just be like, here, hold this to one of my friends. And they're like, holy shit, that's what I want.
look like Ivan Draco from
Yeah.
Rocky IV.
Yeah.
Right?
Holy shit. Yes. Well, how long did this take right here? Because you're what is that, like 4 inches, 5 inches from the
that's
bottom
like,
of your chin?
It's like 5, 6.
Yeah, so I see a lot of people measuring from their lip. I don't know why, but that seems to be a commonplace.
Well,
I haven't measured it
This
recently.
is like 3.5, 4.
yeah.
So
When
yeah,
I trim it, I usually like go from here to like I try to get like 4 fingers. I just I took like 4 inches off a little while ago, so it was down here.
Holy
but
shit.
I got it caught in a car door. And
yeah, that's when you're just like, maybe it's a little long.
Yeah. So we've reached the limit. But I started with the 5 o'clock shadow thing, and it grew over time. And so my feeling is my normal changes all the time. If you catch me like a year or 2 from now, I'll have the same story, but it used to be down to there, but then I tripped over it. So I feel like it's one of those things where it's like really hoppy beers. You just get more and more used to it.
Yeah.
I see guys like I'm going up to Laconia to the bike rally next week, and I guarantee I will see somebody with a beard down to their belly button that's braided. So
Oh,
that
man.
means like
Yeah, you ever
they
do-
have not
Never.
they have not trimmed their beard since they were 16 and they are now in their 60s.
Yeah. You ever
But
do
yeah,
the
these
bra-
guys-
You ever
so
do the
you're-
braids?
Yeah, it's not quite big enough. I got to pull the sides out a little bit more. Because the thing is, I don't like it when it's a thin braid. I want it like a Dwarven King braid. you know?
Okay.
And for that, you got to have a good amount of mass. There's this one guy that's like on Instagram and stuff. He's called like Big Beard Davey or something like that. But he looks like his beard is so fucking massive that he could be naked behind that thing and you would have no idea. You know?
There's a I don't know if you watch mixed martial arts, but there's a UFC ref, Mike Beltran. Look at this motherfucker.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, shit like that. Like I've seen a guy with
That's
braids
Dwarven.
and that's like a fucking Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
If he unbraided that would be past his dick.
Yeah.
It is to his. It's braided. It's a Fu Manchu, so it's on either side of his chin. His chin is completely bald, and the two braids go all the way down to his dick.
Dude,
You see,
imagine if he had a full beard though, because look at how thick those braids are.
Yeah.
Those aren't like little puny.
And that's just the the sides going down to the Fu Manchu.
He referees fights with that.
Go to one of the top
But do you see what I mean
People
about?
talk back. He probably smacks him with one of
down.
those braids
Right there.
and knocks him out.
Oh, look at that! He trimmed.
Oof.
But
I mean, it's still.
do you see what I mean, though? You look at that fucking guy, and you go, that's a guy who grew something on his face that would hurt him in a fight,
Yeah.
and it doesn't fucking matter.
He doesn't
That's
care.
a guy
Scary
who's
shit.
like, you go ahead, grab it. I fucking dare you.
He will throw you
Yeah.
just by flipping his head.
He's big as shit. He's a big motherfucker.
It looks like
too.
he has a doll on his chin. Like when it's short like that, it looks like there's a doll just sitting there.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
some guys are out there, man. One day. I mean, basically, I keep it to this link because, to get attention. But I really want to get, people put like flowers and stuff in their beard. It is like the Willet beard, and people putting stuff in. I really want to get like a billboard, like bling for my beard. Just have like a black with like silver or gold Untamed symbol, like, and like ice for my beard.
Yes. Beard ice.
Yeah.
Beard
I'm gonna
Beard
start
bling.
it.
That's
exactly.
That's gonna turn a corner. That's gonna make everything turn a corner. Shit. And because of Untamed, now you're stuck. You can't. You always have to have a beard
Oh
now,
yeah,
right?
This is like the minimum.
So let's
I
talk.
got a rep.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, let's talk about the company though.
Yeah, sure.
So how long you been in business?
So the that's a little bit hard to say. Like officially, we started in July of last year, like July 26th or so.
Okay.
We launched the website at the end of January of this year.
It's B-Untamed.
That's the one.
B-untamed.com. Haha.
But we started working on this, like the core product, around 2011 or 2012. Basically, the story was, I grew up with really bad eczema. So, on the inside of my elbows and the backs of my knees from around the age of 7 years old, I got prescribed corticosteroids, which is the common thing. But that weakens your skin and you become immune to it over time. So by the time I was in college, the next step is to put you on topical immunosuppressants, right? So now you have weakened skin that's, all rashed out and stuff. And, now you're killing your ability to defend against infection. And around college, I started first growing my beard. And I'd never had any issue with my face before. But a lot of guys, I'm sure you guys know that when you first start to grow a beard, like your body's just not used to it. It's pulling all the natural oils and moisture out of your face. And so you tend to get a rash, especially first-time growers, especially early on in the growing process.
Yeah, I used to get really bad like dandruff from that. Yeah.
So, but for me, since I already had susceptible skin, it got a little bit worse than it usually would, and I put my treatment, the topical immunosuppressant, on it, and it turned into literally a flesh-eating bacterial infection.
Whoa!
And so
Get the fuck out of here!
I had to shave. I had to shave my beard
Holy
off.
Shit!
And I had that guy's like Fu Manchu mustache. I had a Fu Manchu like puffy red bloody like infection
Aye.
that went all the way down my mouth, down my neck. And
What did it taste like? I mean,
barbecue sauce.
Oh.
But
All right.
Never
I
eating
deserve
barbecue
that.
again.
I deserve that.
Say,
That's
we tried
my
to break
fault.
his stride, and then he went back to barbecue sauce.
So yeah, so like I treated it, got better, and to sort of add insult to injury, I immediately after getting that handled, ended up getting a MRSA infection like all around my body. I had like grapefruit size, like softball size welts all over my body from this MRSA, and was in and out of the hospital for 9 months. It was like life threatening. They were concerned
shit.
about amputating my limbs. It was like it was for real.
Well, MRSA's no joke. I know
Yeah.
about that. You know.
And, I was taking, like, I was immunocompromised. I was putting this stuff in my body that destroyed my immune system, and my skin was weakened from the eczema and so forth. So I was just like the perfect storm for this to take me out.
Oh, my God.
So, luckily I went to a really high-quality hospital. They took the nurse, they took me in, and after 9 months of this, they're like, you're not leaving until this is cured, basically. They put me on this, this experimental antibiotic. It was this neon green bag. It looked like
This
the
sounds
ooze.
like an episode of House.
Yeah.
Yes.
it felt like an episode of House. It was scary as fuck. But it was like that. It looked like the ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a bag, right? And the nurse comes by and she sort of taps it and she says, this is like a BMW in terms of the cost. This is like high grade shit we're putting in you.
Yeah.
So I blacked out for the next few days. Like I basically went. It nearly killed me. It was like nearly chemotherapy, like the treatments, right? But the MRSA was gone. I was healed. And after that, I was like, I am never taking these treatments for skincare again. Not on my face, not on my skin. And so my mom, who had 15 years as a pharmaceutical chemist, specifically doing formulation chemistry for, by the way, skin and hair care. That was her job for years. And she was just getting into herbalism. So she started making a treatment for me. And, this is sort of like battle tested. Like, I have no issue now. I'm like basically cured of skin issues and issues in my beard. And it's because of this product. So we've been, making it better year after year after year. And I thought I didn't originally bring it to the market because I thought this was like, only people like me needed this. But the more that I spoke to people, the more I realized that this issue, especially with beard growing, is super common. Like basically everyone who starts growing a beard has this issue. And it might not turn into a flesh-eating bacteria, but it still is not something that you want on your face, to get these sorts of like rashes, infections and such.
I used to have long hair. And before I, cut it all off, I just, it was just it was whatever. I just combed it out. It was no big deal. But now with it short, it's really fucking wild and all over the place. So I need to put product in it. And I started just putting like whatever pomade in it to begin with. And my hair just got dry, brittle, and bad. I was starting to get dandruff and shit. I've never had dandruff in my life. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just switching to all natural shit then. Which is a pain in the ass because it's expensive and it's kind of hard to find good stuff that actually works. So I had to switch. I went all natural and it's fine. So now, like, even my shampoo, everything like that, my skin, I don't know, is the same for everybody. Is like super sensitive to everything. So I find it's just easier if I just go all natural. I know I'm not going to have any problems. So I just go that route. And I think a lot of people are finding that nowadays with. It's not just food. And we're talking about, makeup even, and,
Yeah, that and people are tired of their money going to some big fucking corporation.
There's
I think
that.
a lot of people are. And
Well, then you had
I
to do that with the
certainly am.
gluten-free thing too, or
What's that? What do you mean?
like with because you have the celiacs. Like, didn't you? Have,
Yeah,
didn't I remember you said you thought you had to do that with the shampoo.
Some shampoo and conditioner products actually put wheat gluten in their
Why?
in their
To thicken it?
It's an emulsifier.
Yeah, as an emulsifier.
It keeps things in suspension.
Yeah.
It does thicken it.
The jury's still out on whether or not absorbing it through the skin is going to cause an effect.
I believe
I'm
it.
not a scientist, but I have a microphone in front of my face. So I'm going to say 100%, unless you have a gluten allergy, I could fucking... I could slather you in gluten, and it's not going to affect your celiac disease, whatever your fucking symptoms are, because it's the cilia in your stomach that are having the autoimmune response.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're allergic to gluten, for sure, you could have a reaction because you're putting an allergen all over your body. But I just don't see that happening. How that, but it's worth talking about.
Can I offer a counterpoint?
Sure.
So what I've heard is a cause. So a lot of people say they have reaction to gluten who don't have celiacs, who aren't actually allergic to gluten.
Yep.
And a lot of people say that those people are full of shit. I would argue that they aren't necessarily, because what some studies are showing, and they found the same thing with tobacco actually, is that the issue is not for those people who don't have celiacs and aren't allergic but still have reactions. The issue is not the wheat gluten itself, but all the chemical shit that they use to grow it, which is still in it.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
You can't get that shit out.
Yeah.
And so that you might be able to absorb through your skin. That, might cause issues.
But that's not the gluten itself.
No.
That's other chemicals.
Right.
Yeah. So we're definitely on the same page about that. Because like when I talk about wheat gluten, of like throwing wheat gluten at him, I'm talking about Bob's Red Mill organic wheat gluten that I use to make seitan at my house. When I first started doing that, I was like, I will give you $100 to snort a line of this. Which
that might cause a nosebleed, but
he probably wouldn't get sick from it. It probably wouldn't affect his celiac or his baby guts that can't handle flour, but it would definitely clog up his nose in such a way that he'd have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Second that shit touches water, it just turns into a gummy bear. It's insane.
That's actually how they make gummy bears.
Yeah.
Snot rockets from there, right?
Gluten snot rockets.
Well, going off of what you said about like it's what's in it, I was eating some baby carrots at work one day, just right after lunch, and all of a sudden my
That's like Tom Segura.
No. I
Eating
just
baby
realized
carrots.
it's
That's gay.
But my throat started closing up.
Ooh.
And I'm like, nah, it can't be it. So the next day, did it again, same thing. Like, what the fuck? I mean, that's the only thing. Like sometimes, like skin fruits will do that to my mouth. They'll puff up my gums a little bit. But I found out that you know how they make the baby carrots.
I would imagine some sort of machine.
It's just they cut the deformed parts of a carrot off, and then they soak them in chlorine.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then that's how they get them to be the shape that they are, and I think that's what it might be. Yeah, it's chlorine.
Yeah, chlorine's not good for you.
No, it's not good for you at all. So I didn't know if I'm having a reaction to the chlorine, or if it's just the raw carrots. I can cook carrots, no problem whatsoever. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because if it is chlorine and you cook them, that goes away.
Right.
It evaporates
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Just don't drink the juice afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
There's so much stuff just around us. It's hard to. I
Well,
mean,
you can't avoid everything, but you
Yeah.
should try.
But
You can
yeah,
limit
do your
it.
best,
Yeah.
and
I mean, technically, we're drinking poison.
but
But it's delicious.
it's poison that makes me
And
feel
in
good.
small amounts, it's
Right.
good for you.
Yeah.
That's not what we're doing here, but So why don't we let's real quick.
Well,
since
yeah, because we
have-
got about like 10 minutes before we can take a break,
Yeah.
and then we get back into it, and then we can do some. We'll do 10 minutes,
And I gotta go
of
and then we'll
of this. It's what are you drinking?
Got a bow-legged shake.
just makes me want to do the Charleston.
It's fading out on its own. You don't have to do it.
I know.
So Adam, why the hell are you here?
Yeah.
You decided to stop by?
Yes, I did. I was texting him all Saturday, I think it was, right? I was asking if you were working or whatever at the shop.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to bring that over. That I had on the last time I came up, when I came back from Vermont.
Yeah, it just, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know,
like,
but I saw that up in out on Cape Cod, and I thought,
he's talking about the Ghost Fish Brewing Company out of Seattle. They do a grapefruit IPA, but it's gluten-free. And now it says gluten-free in those tiny little black letters on the silver background.
It's because they don't want to be the gluten-free beer. They want to stand on their own merits. They
Yeah.
want people to go, "This is fucking gluten-free, really?"
Yeah. They want to people to accidentally look at the can and go, the fuck?
Or maybe after you
throw
take
these in the fridge?
after you take a sip, then it's
There
like,
might not be any room.
oh shit, it is gluten free. Because I think that's what we said last
If there
time.
isn't, it's no big deal.
Like him and I were both like, even if that wasn't a gluten free beer, we'd actually drink that still.
Yeah. So I'm excited to dive into that. I was just drinking a
Truly.
I was drinking a Truly, a spiked sparkling water, spiked sparkling water beverage.
It's spiked seltzer.
Spiked seltzer. That's the only one I like out of the bunch. So
Yeah.
I've had all of them: White Claw, spiked seltzer, and there's like one
The
other
mermaid
one.
one.
Yeah, they're all
they're
all
garbage.
shit.
Yeah.
They're all just shit. That one's the only one, truly. Anyway,
You might need to take a look at my headphone jack over here. I have to like turn it and push it and move it.
don't
And,
keep
yeah.
doing that.
Well, I can't hear anything.
Okay, it's fine. Use it the other one.
Use it the other
Use
one.
it the other one.
What are you using?
Use it
the
the other
small
one. Come on.
No, I'm using the splitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Using a splitter.
Well, do you
Take
need
this
the
side
splitter?
and put on this
No, I
side.
have the splitter, which is what I'm using.
Okay.
Which is what I always use.
So
But
take
I
out
can
the
plug it in
splitter
small one.
and then take out and plug in the small one. Just don't have them both plugged in at the same time. See if that works. Sure.
check. It's worse.
Okay.
It's much worse.
All right. So
It's okay now.
I gotta
I'm
take
gonna
that
st-
one
I'm
apart.
gonna stop touching it.
So
Yeah.
all right. So
Miss.
Jesus. All right. So let's go to our guest.
All right.
So
I got Lagunitas sucks. Yeah, it's pretty good. I originally got into it around my older brother's 30th birthday because we were in this tiny fucking town called Soames Bar in the middle of Northern California, the population of like 12 in an area the size of the state of Massachusetts. And so there's one corner store, and when it's like a general store, they have everything that you can possibly buy in the area. And when they brought this beer in, he was super fucking stoked because it's like an actual, brewery. It's not Miller High Life or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to cool down the hops in my diet because I feel like I went way too far down that rabbit hole and it's made it impossible for me to enjoy other beer. So I'm trying to like reacclimate my tongue to things that are not just hops.
What is this then?
This is an ale.
It's just a regular ale.
Yeah,
of some
it's borderline imperial. It's 8%. It's like a brown sugar ale.
Ah, okay.
He's had
Yeah,
turned
8%.
into hops, now he's down
Holy
to 60
Yeah, I think it's
IBUs.
Yeah. As I say,
but
it
there's
has
so
60
much.
fucking
But that's
IBUs, so
okay
it's-
though
right.
because it's balanced by how like the sweetness and
Right.
the heavy malt character, and I think that there's brown sugar in that because I think that's based off the brown sugar.
Yeah,
It is.
He
I
fucking
just
knows all of it. Yeah.
I just read that on the bottle.
Yeah, and it became it's one of their unlimited releases.
Exactly.
So it was going to be a short release, and now it's out forever.
It's basically my methadone, is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, just weaning yourself off. You know what you should do? Go black IPA into stouts.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then just work your way back to pilsners.
Yeah.
Just bring it down. Stouts, brown ale. No, stouts, porter, brown ale, pilsner.
When I first got into
Yeah.
beer, like craft beers and stuff like that. Sorry to cut you off.
No, sir.
Put a pin in it. I started with stouts. Like those are like I've started with a couple weird ones, Dogfish Head and everything like that. But I started with stouts, and then before I got diagnosed, I was on that IPA upswing. It's like that tick 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 at the up the fucking roller coaster.
Yeah, and then you're just like Stone Ruination is the only beer I can drink. Yeah.
Everything else is just water.
It was like that for me for a while. I was spending it's like I guess I'm spending $30 a day on Stone Ruination, $8.99 a bottle.
They sell just like hop essence oils.
Oh yeah.
You can just
You can just
mainline
no.
that,
You could
and
just
you're
take
good.
any beer and just add it to it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
an IPA now.
Yeah.
Otter Creek sells
just one drop.
hops.
Otter Creek sells air fresheners that are just hopped air for like
That sounds awesome.
Same thing, hop. And when they said like when
Hop
you're
smells
smoking
great.
weed in the car, the cops you can just what do you got going on here? It's my air freshener.
Yeah, it's just
Perfect.
That's what it
Just
is.
hops.
Swear that's what it is.
Basically the same plant.
So Adam, why are you not drinking?
I'm going home and having dinner. I had a few already, so
All right. So you just stop.
tooth medication. Yes.
Oh, you just stopped
Yeah.
by to drop off
That's
the
all I did,
the
yeah.
devil's
Yeah.
purse.
Yep.
Well, if you have to leave, you can leave. We don't want to keep you, but I was like talking to the mic, motherfucker.
Sorry.
All right, so I'm drinking. We've had this on the show,
No.
right? No, we haven't had this.
We
on
had
the show.
sea
You
trials.
talked
It was the
about
bottle condition one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I talked
so this
about
is
this one.
Devil's Purse Brewing Company from South Dennis. Is that Maine? Massachusetts? What's the MA?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. I can never
Cape
get that.
Cod.
Yeah, I can't. I can't remember them all. So this is our handline Kolsch. This is the best Kolsch I've ever had.
That's what I told you. I
love
said,
Kolsch,
and you
too.
you even told
Yeah.
me, you're like, Kolsch is a Kolsch is a Kolsch. I was like, this
Yeah.
one's the fucking best. This is like hands down.
It's Kolsch's are always very well balanced, but this is like, yeah, have a sip.
Give it a try.
Yeah. It's very balanced, but it has this like some kind of distinct flavor that I'm trying to nail down, and I don't know what it is. It's a lot more complex than any Kolsch I've ever had.
But
And
still
I'm trying to
simple.
nail down what it is. I could drink 12 of these. Yeah, like they don't give. They're not telling me what it is.
Sort of, I'm getting sort of like apricot a little bit. If you're getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little bit like Magic Hat number 9 kind of flavor.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Little fruit beer. something
Yeah.
Like that.
I don't think there's fruit in it. I
No,
think we're
yeah.
just getting that from the malt.
Well, it's like when I was having the what is it, the Queen's Crown by Salt Point
Salt
Eatery.
Point, yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this tastes like this. This tastes like, what did you put in this? He goes, roasted honey,
Maple syrup and honey.
water and maple syrup, and that's it. I was like, Jesus.
Well, I just cracked open a that grapefruit IPA by Ghostfish, and goddamn, yeah, if you wanna take a pull out of that, you said you like hops. This is like, it's the best. It's the goddamn best.
It's hopping.
But I was going to tell you before.
It's gluten free.
I don't know if you've ever had a Imperial Sour before.
I have.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can't imagine what that tastes
Yeah,
like.
No, it's nice because it's a little boozier.
Yeah.
So it's not as like the hit of the sour. Like you get that sour, but it's something that's really different.
Yeah, the thing with an Imperial Sour is it's very hard to make to get that
Southern Tier,
alcohol
I think.
content up
I
there.
bet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a peach. Southern Tier's peach Imperial Sour, I think. It was.
Yeah, they got to be like super careful about what, and I would imagine a lot of them are blending two different fermentations because
They're so
typically
low,
sours are low alcohol because the wild yeasts are not creating alcohol; they're just creating these weird flavors and CO2, and that like. Traditionally, beers were never above 2.5–3% until 100 years ago, 150 years ago, when they started to figure it out. Those Germans, they were like, "Yep, 3 ingredients and magic." They had no idea what yeast was. So,
Little fairy dust in there.
Yeah. Once we got like microscopes and shit,
That's where Grimm's fairy tales came from.
started sciencing up.
If you drink this stuff and it
Oh,
tastes
speaking
good,
of
we get
which,
stories
yeah,
going.
hang on.
What are we doing?
Go this next because of that. I already had one of these, so.
Oh my
this is gonna
God!
be
You
a
already
shit
drank
show.
that down?
Yeah, give me the opener.
Good God, dude!
That's fine. Everything's fine.
You're a savage. You're just you're a fucking savage.
So, I never do this because I always go, that's too expensive. It's only a 4-pack. I'm not going to get it this year. But I haven't had this beer in 5 years. It's the Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA. And the reason for that is I don't know how much this was, but it was because I bought a couple different things. But it's probably $12.99, $13.99 for 4 beers. And it's spectacular. It's so good. It's
Really?
so good. I used to not like it.
I know
because
because
it
it's too malty, too boozy.
Yeah, well, that's changed. I also didn't like stouts.
Yeah.
I spent
good
that
for
on
you.
a beer this weekend. A Dogfish Head. They
But
do
it's
sorry.
crazy malty. But it's. I should finish this Kolsch before I.
Yeah, I know.
How many beers do you have in front of you right now?
This one's not even open. That doesn't count.
Okay.
So I've had 4 beers so far.
Well, you know the Worldwide Stout?
So we'll talk about that one. Oh yeah,
They
that
do
one's
a
good.
vanilla aged.
Oh yeah,
I
and
mean,
you
that's
spent $13 on that.
Yeah.
It's not like I haven't.
I was
done
on
it.
vacation. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, what the fuck ever.
Yeah. You're
They
drinking
got
for
some
2.
crazy stuff. They got
It's
some
fine.
stuff out in Massachusetts that you don't find around here. Like they have one one brewery. I can't remember the name. It's from Kansas, like middle of nowhere. And it was one of the best IPAs I've ever had. It was a T-Rex on the cover. Damn it, I'm really blanking on the frickin' name.
Search T-Rex beer.
That's what I'm doing. It was an IPA.
I believe so.
How about Short Arm IPA?
Yeah.
Funk
we have
Brewing,
to think about what sort of
Velocity IPA.
hop-related
No, it wasn't called T-Rex. It just had it on the
puns
front.
they're going to use here.
Big Tooth.
Pseudo-Sue, yeah. The Pseudo-Sue.
Pseudo-Sue.
Wow, I was way off.
From
I couldn't have been farther off.
from
Toppling Goliath, yeah.
From Toppling Goliath Brewing Company.
I also
something
thought
about the Field Museum in Chicago.
probably
I think they missed out on Little
I think
Arms
they
Big
should do
Hops,
like
though.
a second one to this, like pseudo and then COUP.
That's what, there's so many little things
And
that
have
him
a
and I say to
Sudoku
each other.
puzzle on the front.
What?
There's so many little things that you and I say, and they're just only directed to each other. I'm not even gonna fucking bother.
References to another podcast that's way more popular.
Aye. All right, so we're at 45. So let's take a quick break. Get situated.
Empty our
Get this
bladders.
giant motherfucker out of my house. And
apparently has to go to
Give
dinner.
me those beers back.
Yeah. And
I
yeah,
showed
we'll
up to your fucking fire pit. All right.
I know. I appreciate it. It was a lovely evening. Brooke thinks the world of you.
Does she?
She does. Just don't touch her on your way out. All right, we're gonna.
I'm sure Kristen
He's
would
tall
love that.
and clean shaven. You're fucked.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna do some samples. We're gonna smell things. We're gonna try things.
Now that Ryan has
shave
something not entirely unlike a beard.
Something
it's beard-like.
Kind of relating to a beard. We're gonna try that shit out, and we'll go from there. We'll see what's up.
But what is most important is the way that we play and say the things that we.
So enjoy the soothing sounds of NCM on the break, among others, and we'll be right back.
Feel inside.
They're just talking, I don't care. They're much taller if would take your heart the way you took mine.
You have grown up and out of me. I smell a little bit stranger every night. I have come to like to sell the contents of your bedroom on the sidewalk, stuck with price on your birthright. Put on your tag, you're a part of this. Dust off your Twain and your Kierkegaard. Curate a little rest for the walls you miss. Forget the size of your backyard. Do you long for me when you sleep? Under other Alex sounds. And when you visit us, will you still know what I hide beneath my floorboards? Like a Frank Capra bloodhound. Put on your spurs, you're a part of this. Dust off your Wayne and your Morricone. Burn all those pics of the roofs you miss. Never say the word home. Daydream about a house that you passed today. Draft up a different childhood inside of it. Try desperately to feel like you did when you felt that way. When you woke up in my respite. So stay out, or I'll haunt you. But on your way out, be sure a little bit of blood is left for me. So stay out, or I'll haunt you.
Support for the Dead Radio podcast comes from The Crafted Cup, Poughkeepsie's premier coffee house, located at 44 Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie, and also viewers like you. Underwriting support provided by Matt Kovich, Adam Merritt, Julia Farisi, Anthony Lavelle, and Track 7 Studios.
This is Adam from BC Kitchen, formerly known as Baby Cakes, and you're listening to the Dead Radio Podcast.
So that's a little inside joke. The podcast thing, we were getting junk mail from a bunch of different companies.
Yeah.
And they were misspelling our name as the Dead Radio Podcast.
How?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, it freaked me out so much that I actually called the town clerk and everything just to make sure the spelling was right on our, because we did a doing business a DBA, right? Is it DBA, a general partnership?
I'm moving my headphones.
But oh, it's that bad, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah,
you know
I
how I'm always saying I can't hear myself?
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like one ear is going in and out.
All right, I got to take that thing apart and fix it and clean it and be an engineer. Oh,
much better.
Ooh, yeah. There's not another thing plugged in there, is there?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I listen, unlike you.
Okay. So, what was I saying? Yeah. I was just like, oh my God, did we fucking accidentally? Did someone accidentally write an A in the paperwork? But I don't know how they got the misspelling, but whatever.
It's the headphones.
You think so? Oh no.
Yeah, it's the headphones.
That's not good. That's not good at all. Anyway, sorry. So we're back with Andrin Foster from Untamed. That's be-untamed.com. Does what's the best description for it? It's just beard products.
Yeah, like organic, premium quality beard products.
Yeah, all natural and everything like that. And you've brought the entire fucking battery.
Yeah. What's currently available online? There's more.
It's ridiculous. And you started a year ago.
Yeah.
About like a little less than a year ago.
Yeah.
And you already got all this going on. This is crazy. And you were talking about this is all, and it's all natural.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about some ingredients. You said you didn't have one with you. And what was the name of that one?
Well, I do have it. It's just that it's basically empty.
Oh,
and
okay.
I want to clarify because I say all natural, but I feel like that word is thrown around so much. What we mean by that is that everything in our products is made with plant-derived materials.
Yeah, sure. Whenever I see all natural, I assume that. I assume that's what they mean.
That's kind of the
but
problem.
it could be
because
all
that doesn't
natural
really mean
petroleum
anything.
product.
Yeah,
it comes from
the earth.
nature. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So the term all natural is not government regulated. You can
Right.
put it can be just all made with chemicals, and you
Yeah.
can put that it's all natural. Organic is regulated by the government, and I have a lot of opinions on what it takes to be all natural and what that really means, but we won't get into that.
I mean, organic doesn't even mean anything anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It doesn't mean anything.
So.
But yeah, all natural.
Petroleum
so
is literally organic material.
Yeah. It's just fucking dead dinosaurs.
Hydrocarbons.
Yeah.
I started noticing that when I was trying to figure out pomades and everything like that. It was like, it was like all natural. Oh, sweet. And then I look at the ingredients. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's like
dimethylhydramine.
Yeah. It's like Procrysil 342. I'm like, why does it have numbers in it? Jesus Christ. That's not good at all.
I think dimethylhydramine is like a petroleum distillate.
I don't
it's
even
in
know.
everything. It's in fucking everything.
I'm allergic to diphenhydramine HCl.
Diphenhydramine HCl.
Did you do like a spot?
Oh, the
test for that?
like cold medicine?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm allergic to an allergy medicine.
Oh man.
It's fun. Anyway, we got.
Wait. We got sidetracked. So, so you were saying that one of them, it's hard to get the ingredients. So you're going to start growing it?
Yeah, so our sand snake specifically
I
contains.
thought you'd like that.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
yeah.
That's my favorite. I don't even care what's in it.
This is my favorite.
one.
So this one that I have, I don't know if the viewers can see in here, but it's empty because this is my personal stash, and it's the last one we have left, because our producer stopped selling the scent ingredient for this, which is the primary scent that we're missing for this is sweetgrass, which if you're into Native American culture, is one of the 4 sacred herbs, and so that's we are gonna just literally start growing it in our backyard, and we're buying a still to do an ethanol extraction and convert it into essential oils.
Can you kill the mics really quick?
All right.
So I was just telling him that my friend Chad might be able to help him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard the way to deal with that is don't sell and don't tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Chad's very familiar with all of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's very well versed.
So the thing is, like, what you're gonna have to do is you're really, really, really gonna have to document things very well, because you don't need a license
Right.
to distill essential oils.
Yes.
But if there's any possibility that you're making moonshine with it, it's not even the ATF.
Right.
It's the fucking tax man is going to come down on you and say, okay, so we'll assume that you're operating this still for 40 hours a week, and that means that you can make 100 million gallons of booze per year, so we're just going to tax you $7 billion. Those are made up numbers. I don't really know. But that's basically what they do. They take the full operating potential of the still and charge you the potential taxes that you have potentially stolen.
Complete sidetrack, but it reminds me of this urban legend from the Grateful Dead days that there was this guy who got busted for selling LSD-soaked strawberries.
Ooh.
And
sounds good.
Yeah. So when he got busted, though, they couldn't figure out how much LSD was in the strawberries. So they just weighed the strawberries, and they put him away based on the weight of the strawberries, as if that was the weight of the strawberries was the LSD.
That's mean.
Yeah.
That's just mean.
Isn't it? Yeah. But,
So you got 3 different kinds of product here.
Yeah.
You got beard cream, beard balm, BALM, and
beard bombs.
beard wax.
Bombs.
Now, I'm pretty sure what the wax is for. That's for that fucking, like, Dick Dastardly curly mustache kind of fucking
I mean,
kinda stuff.
you can use it for your beard as well. I mean, so for me, the wax is more for special occasions. If I'm going out, if I'm doing like a photo shoot, or I have a nice date or something, and I want to make sure that every hair is going in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's when I use a wax. A balm is sort of a stepped down version of that. It contains pretty much the same ingredients of a wax, but in a different sort of ratio. So it's heavier on the oils and the shea butter and things of that nature. So it's a balm is basically a hybrid between an oil and a wax. It's very good for protecting your hairs, especially in extreme weather conditions such as very cold or very dry, where your hairs are going to get damaged, where they're going to lose their natural oils and hydration to their environment. The balm is sort of like a shield for your hair in those circumstances, and it also provides a lot of good nutrients for your beard as well, so it helps soften your beard. Now, you'll notice we don't have an oil. We're working on that, but sort of in lieu of an oil, we have a cream, which is not as common on the market. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 other creams, and to be honest, most of them are junk. So what the cream does is it moisturizes your skin. So this is an emulsion of water and oils. So emulsions are difficult to do, which is probably why most companies just shy away from them in general. The benefit of this versus a pure oil is this is going to absorb into your beard and into your skin much, much easier than a pure oil would. It's, the emulsion helps you naturally just for it to soak into your hair. So this helps really soften the beard. It provides all of the natural moisture and nutrients that your skin and hair needs. So this is what I use personally the most. This is what I suggest for basically anyone who's growing a beard. A lot of people think that you need a huge beard like me to benefit from this. Like, you mentioned that you were suffering from itch. Like, this would be this perfect product for anyone who has basically more than a 5 o'clock shadow.
Okay.
Because even at that point, you're outside of the norm of what your body's used to dealing with. And there's, you need to provide it something to help cope with that change. So, this I use every day personally. After I shower, I get my hands a little wet. I dab like, a dime to quarter size amount, rub it in my hands, get it nice and evenly distributed. And then I get it from the roots of my hair through to the tips and make sure it's, all in there. And then I personally use it on my entire body after that.
As just as a regular moisturizer.
Yeah, I use it in my hair. It's sort of like a leave-in conditioner for your beard and for your hair, and a lotion for your skin. I use this stuff from head to toe.
So even for what I do, just the stupid Bono stubble shit that I do, that would probably actually kind of help too.
Absolutely.
My skin gets
with that.
pretty dry, and the reason why I keep it kind of dry is because if I try to put moisturizer on, I immediately start to break out. And I know some of it's diet as well, but for the most part, it's just every time I put something in my skin,
you have very sensitive. Yeah, so do you have atopic dermatitis? To be very,
I don't think so. I think it's just kind of it's just shitty sensitive skin. I just get breakouts and shit like that, and I'm a fucking.
It's European.
I'm 30. I'm 35, and I still get pimple. Look at this fucking thing.
So I didn't want to interject with your spiel, but I would say that is definitely my favorite product, and I didn't even know.
You tried the balm, right?
Yeah, I've tried actually all of these types. And the wax, like you said, it's kind of more of a special occasion. I probably wouldn't use it every day, but the balm is very nice because especially like I mentioned, I'm Sicilian, so down the line I'm part black, so I've got kind of wiry, kind of sticking out everywhere beard. So it is nice if I wanted to grow it long to be able to shape it a little bit.
And you're not going to be able to shape shit just with the cream.
Yeah. But I would say as far as everyday use, I haven't used it every day, maybe every other day, I would say. Just it curbs the itchiness for sure, especially this time of year when you're sweating, you're kind of gross, and just putting that on right after a shower. And I put it on right before I came here. And even that just by itself softens my beard up enough that it's kind of a little more... It's listening to me a little bit more. It's not everywhere.
Yeah.
And I haven't done anything with my beard in 10 days or so. I trimmed the mustache hair, so it's not in my mouth, but that's about it. And I would say as far as a product that I'm gonna buy a lot of would be the cream, followed by the balm, and then maybe if I for my wedding, I'm gonna put some wax in there and make it look real nice.
Yeah, this is sort of like one tin a year is probably enough to hold you down
for sure.
Wax.
But that cream, I could definitely see putting that in your hair being really nice. Yeah, and it smells great too, and I can still smell it on my hands.
I got. Did you put some in already?
Yeah, I think I have the classic. Whatever you gave me for a sample.
The samples are all the classic version.
So I just grabbed the Mustang just out of. It was sitting there, so I grabbed it and I wanted to smell it, and I want to guess something that's in here.
Let's do it.
Is it either star anise or licorice?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's fennel.
Fennel. Okay.
Which is basically the same
all
thing.
the same family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that too. That's an easy one. Come on.
There's something.
Well,
there's another ingredient in there. I'm not remember. I think it might be birch. The other ingredient.
The sand snake just smells like good leather.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Like a real nice old books and leather.
Yeah,
that's what I smell. That's what it reminds me of. God damn this.
So the Mustang,
books.
I really love this. But this, I think, would be a special occasion thing for me too. I don't know if I'd wear it every day because I feel like it would.
It's very bold scent.
Yeah, I feel like my girlfriend would be like, "That's getting old. Just revisit that in 3 weeks."
I mean, it's Jägermeister in balm form
for sure.
Cream
but
form.
I could see you wear this once a month, people are gonna they're gonna be like,
Oh,
what are
yeah.
you wearing? That smells great.
Yeah.
But if you did it every day, then you're the guy that smells like licorice.
So I'm personally not a fan of that scent, but
Yeah.
I have to say it is literally our best selling scent so far.
Well,
Really?
because it's
Yeah.
definitely it's bold, and I mean, if you're gonna buy somebody something that's gonna, especially like you were saying before, Father's Day gifts, it's just like try this out, and people are gonna go, wow, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does not shy away.
I like it. I like. I'm not trying to say I don't like it. I just don't think I would wear it every day. It's
Yeah.
like patchouli, like
Yeah.
that kind of. It's what that is, and it's a strong smell.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, I jump at names, and it's silly, and I know it's silly, but when I see like a name that I like, I immediately like go to that one first. If I'm like, oh, okay, that's good, but and then I move
good
down the
branding's
line.
Do you want to know how I named all these?
Yeah, I actually that was where I was going with that.
So I took all the scents and I lined them up. And this is back when they were in vials when I was testing them out. There used to be like 9 or so, and we cut a bunch of them. And then I got really, really high, and I smelled each of them, and I just leaned back and I daydreamed, and I kept smelling it, and I was just letting it bring me to this visualization. And then I like wrote down what I saw. I have like paragraphs and notebooks about like the visualizations each of these scents brought me, and then I named it from there.
Hey, fuck it, man. I think that's a good idea.
Well, I also love how they're super manly names.
Yeah.
Because I think that needs to be a big part of this, because a lot of people you could look at this and just be like, it's primping and stuff like it's peacocking or whatever. But it's
Fuck that,
it's fucking
man.
growing a beard is a manly thing to
I
do.
think so, yeah.
So
I think it's our birthright.
Yeah,
man.
Mustang and sand snake. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's a story to each one of these. I'm hoping when God willing, when I have enough disposable funds from this that I want to shoot commercials for
private
this.
jet.
Yeah. A few steps before that, I'm going to shoot commercials for each of these and just show people the vision, because like what you said, I think is really, really important. This idea that, it's manly, and I think it's, the reason why I call it Untamed, and this is a point of contention, because a lot of people are like, oh, don't you want to tame your beard?
Wait. Speaking of manly, Ryan can't get this jar open.
No. In your defense, I probably took the one that's literally vacuum sealed. If you open that, I'm gonna be super impressed, because we had like 6 people at the events this weekend try it.
It's all slippery.
It's vacuum sealed. You're gonna lose. Yeah. Sorry, I fucked up. I brought the wrong one. But
yeah, it's not coming off.
That one's.
It was funny though.
It'll
It'll eventually come off when a man is able to do it.
When a real man, it's like fucking Excalibur sword in his own. When the chosen beard comes.
Adam is still here.
Yeah,
He's
his
giant.
fucking big gorilla hands. Sorry,
Yeah.
So
you want to do commercials? Yes.
No, I was talking about like, the idea. People ask me why it's named Untamed, because they say, well, shouldn't a beard be tamed? You don't want an untamed beard. And I always say it's not the beard that is untamed, it's you. Mm-hmm. It's you who are untamed, right? Because I feel like, I feel like being forced by society to trim your beard, because I talk to so many people who because of their job or whatever have to trim their beard, or through societal pressures. It's emasculating. Right? You're being tamed by society. You're being told that you need to tone down your masculinity, right? You need to reduce your presence in the world in a way. So I feel that growing a beard and caring for your beard and being proud of your beard is really all about reclaiming your masculinity and celebrating who you are. And I think I talk to a lot of people who, their lives aren't going that well. There's a lot of stress, and this is like the only thing that they have control over, and it's important to them, And so I
feel like I'm left out of this conversation.
Yeah,
you're working on it
because I can't grow a beard.
Oh, you can, man.
And you're not very masculine. We know. He's gonna be going in the other room.
I'm like freaking out because I want to.
I might just. I think we should just break the top off that. I mean,
let me see.
It's literally vacuum sealed. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. Now it should open.
It should open now.
Unless it's fucking glued. I don't know why that, because the rest of them were fine. I don't know why that one is so fucking stuck.
Breaking. Can I?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
attacking it.
Hide my eyes.
Your eyes.
There we go.
Holy fuck! I'm gonna have to just.
Wait. Is there? Oh, I see why. This is so we've been experimenting with putting seals on it to keep it fresh for longer, and this is literally the first and only one. It looks like we used that seal.
Yeah,
on.
you're not going to use that anymore.
No,
I wouldn't do it again.
That was an
'Cause
experiment.
I need to literally break the fucking top off. Hey,
Yeah.
I got
And
it.
we're good.
There we are. Now everyone gets to try it.
I'm sure it's
I
super
don't
fresh now.
I don't like it. Honestly, no. This is the one that I like the most.
Yeah.
Which
that's
one's that
the one we expected to sell the most, because we got the most positive feedback
This one's
when we were
Young
doing
Lord.
Young Lord.
Young Lord.
Yeah.
So far, my favorites are Sand Snake. Is at the absolute. Is at the top along with Young Lord.
This is nice. This one's subtle. This one's nice.
Yeah, that one's a little more like everyday thing. The Star Lord one I like a lot with spearmint or whatever the hell is in there.
Yeah.
So by the way, while we've been talking, Ryan's just been opening them and just smelling them. And we should unbox this a little bit more and maybe go down the line. So this is like, what are you smelling?
Yeah, what are you smelling? I don't have anything for that. How about this?
Hail Satan!
Sure, let's do that.
All right, it doesn't have calendula oil. But
You're demon not in your ball bag.
All right, so we got a couple in and we're good.
So tell me what's. I mean, as much as you can. Don't give away your secret process or whatever. But what am I smelling here?
So I think I'm allowed to say, and it's safe to say, that the primary scent you're getting out of that is fuck, what is it called? I'm gonna forget now.
Calendula?
No, not Tarantella. It's the same stuff that's in Nag Champa, or it's something wood.
That's probably why.
It's this wood from like Indonesia and stuff like that. That is literally, the oils for it are $16,000 a gallon. That's why I'm happy to bring this up, because I just don't believe anyone else is going to use it.
Yeah.
So
wow, that's crazy.
Like when I
90% of your overhead in this jar is that.
Yeah, this is by far the most expensive one to manufacture.
Sandalwood?
Yeah, sandalwood. That's the one.
Sandalwood and sage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that I'm reading, I'm like, I just went to your website at b-untamed.com, and it says sandalwood and sage, and I couldn't get it before, but yeah, that's my jam right there.
Yeah, this is one we'd love to grow ourselves, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
you can't
buy
just
a plot of land in a foreign country.
Yeah, basically, it's not going to grow in North America, I don't think. So, but sandalwood is the real stuff. So that's what I sort of mean when I say it's premium organic products. Like we don't shy away from. We're not trying to cost maximize here. We're trying to produce the best product in the market. Like that's our goal. And we're not shying away from using the best ingredients we can possibly find for it. So, and that's sort of the one that really demonstrates that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my face.
Do it. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
You already broke the fucking cap off.
But yeah, I'm gonna put this on my face because honestly, as we're talking right now, my face is fucking driving me.
Mine
crazy.
feels great. I've got the classic in now. Can you tell me what's in the classic a little bit? Because I love the smell.
So
that one's really.
I'm gonna read the ingredients here because sometimes I will inevitably forget some. So it's water, organic coconut oil, organic walnut oil, colza oil, black walnut hull, vitamin E oil, and organic essence oils. Now what's in the organic essence oils is primarily antiseptics, because we don't want to use, like, if you just put oil and water together in a bomb and in a jar, it's going to like turn bright green and fuzzy.
Yeah.
Now what most people do is they use industrial preservatives. So we are using all natural preservatives, primarily rosemary extract, lemon oil extract, and forgetting the last one. It's some tree.
Tea tree?
No, it's elm, something like that. I'm forgetting off the top of my head. If anyone like needs to know because they might be allergic to it, I'm happy to answer emails. You can email me at andrin@beuntamed.com, and or I'll put you in contact with the chemist Jen@beuntamed.com.
Yeah, shout out to Jen, the chemist.
Yeah. That's
the cook.
She should really be here.
Jen the chemist.
Yeah.
She sounds like a character from Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. She used to joke with me when I was younger that if she didn't have, if she wasn't as scrupulous with her morals, that we would have been much richer because she would have just made meth.
Yeah. Might as well. So which one's that one?
This one's Wild Horses.
Wild Stallions.
Or I'm sorry, sorry.
Like from Bill and Ted?
Yeah. Oh,
exactly.
shit.
Exactly.
Fucking A, you got to put a Y in there, man.
Yeah, if you put the Y in there, you could get a cease and desist. Oh, this one's great, too.
Sweet, spicy, cinnamon. There's something I'm picking. I can smell. I just can't
get the cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Strong. That one's like masculine. That
Yeah.
one's masculine as fuck.
Musky.
Musky, yeah.
You're trying to get everybody's attention at the party.
Hell yeah.
That's late night.
That's great.
That's your aura right there. It's funny because my little brother, my 13-year-old brother, he's in middle school, just about to graduate 8th grade. Dante, he's been helping me a lot with this.
Strong name.
Yeah, actually, the core of this he invented. My mother had been working with projects for years, and he wanted to play little chemist, and he created a product that he called ice cream, and that is literally the base of this product was his creation.
Really?
He was like 8 or 9 at the time, and so, he's very involved. He helped set up the website originally, but now, since working on this, he's been very interested in fragrances and is at 13 trying to start his own cologne company.
Oh, good for him. Jesus. Yeah. That's pretty fucking cool,
Yeah.
right?
We should have him on the show.
Yeah, hell yeah. As soon as he gets it rolling, let's do it. I guess that leads into the next question. Who's involved? We obviously know you are, and then we have Jen the chemist.
Jen the chemist.
Now who's Jen?
Yeah, Jenna. I think she actually prefers Jenna these days. She switches from time to time, but that's my mother actually.
Oh,
so
okay.
she's the one who started this from the beginning. She's the chemist. She left working for other people in 2009 or so, and that was around when she moved to Poughkeepsie. She started a women's hair care company first.
What was the name of that one?
Green Hair.
Okay, still around?
No. So it basically got absorbed into this. Basically, I was always very interested in entrepreneurship. Like I started a hemp sunglasses company very briefly, and tried to start a hemp. I was very obsessed with hemp and its industrial uses, so I started a hemp skateboard company after that.
We know some people who are obsessed with hemp too.
Yeah, I mean it's fucking awesome to be honest.
I would love to have a hemp skateboard.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Just for the prestige,
I might go back and do it
alone.
again. Oh yeah, I might go back and do it again at this point. But so she was working on her company, and it was a great product, but she wasn't really making that much headway because she likes to focus more on the science and the R&D and the development, and she didn't really want to be involved that much in the business side of things. And she was struggling to find a co-founder, and she was like, Andrin, I really want you to co-found this business with me. And I said, so my mother's a black woman, and it was specifically black women's hair care products. And, I said I would love to, but I just don't feel comfortable selling black women's hair care products, not being a black woman. So I was like, if we're going to need to tweak things a little bit and make it more in line with what I know about.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how we sort of shifted a lot of her.
And you're just like, I wonder what
that would be. As I stroke mischievously. So yeah, so that's basically how that came about. So, my mom is my co-founder. I actually, if I could rename it, I would probably name it Mama's Boys Beard Company. Because I think there's so many places you can go with marketing with that.
For sure.
So
I didn't realize until just now I've met your mom.
Yeah.
She was the one who dropped off the Creator Fest form.
Yeah, she's sort of like a face in the community because like lots of people when she came by, they're like, "Oh my God, Jen," so people know her.
And that definitely helps.
Yeah. These girls yesterday were like, "Oh, I introduced myself to them. They're like, "You're Jenna's son." I was like, "Yeah." That's
well,
me.
There's that.
Yeah. Yeah. So in any case, so there's my mother, and then 2 of my brothers were involved. My youngest brother, Dante, as I said, participated in the website. He's been doing a lot in terms of, sort of giving feedback for everything. He's been on my ass, to be honest. He's always like, so what, where's the revenue at? What's going on? That's my youngest brother. My younger brother, Davin, who's out in California, he helped early on with a lot of the marketing. Was very instrumental in getting sort of the first pulse on who the buyer is and what they're interested in. He helped come up with the name Untamed by doing, A/B tests with different people and so forth. So he's studying marketing right now at Cal Poly. So he helped a lot.
Yeah, that kind of stuff always like blew my mind. Is like testing this and testing that for marketing and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, whereas we were like, just listen to our fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Why are you listening?
My wife was just like, how about like dead something, like dead radio? And I'm like, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And that was it. But it definitely is. You definitely need something like Untamed is just it's simple, it's to the point.
I also do like that it's not Untamed Beard.
Yeah.
It's just Untamed, and people are like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I like that.
I
And
can't tell you the amount of
super
pressure
simple.
I get to make it Untamed Beards.
You shouldn't. Definitely don't do
I
that.
agree.
I actually
Definitely
typed that in the YouTube thing, and then I went to the website to just double check everything, and I'm like, nope, that's not it.
I think it's a good idea because you're also not pigeonholing yourself. You could expand later on to hair care products and all kinds of other stuff.
Shit, yeah, man.
Because like you said, you can put that stuff in your hair. Your
On
beard
your
is made
skin.
of hair. Your head,
as it turns out.
Yeah.
If you can make me a
Yeah.
fucking all natural matte clay fucking product for my hair,
Yeah.
like
a styling clay?
Yeah. I have like the hardest thing
I bet you if you took some of this balm and put it in your hair, you'd be happy. No?
Nope. This stuff, the wax, maybe.
Wax? Oh,
Yeah.
you need more hold than that.
I need super high hold. See this right here? This is a clay. This is an all natural clay.
Looks fucking good, man.
but
I was
it's doing
checking you out
it's
the other
doing
day.
Nothing. No, the other.
He gets so many compliments on his fucking hair.
I believe it.
The stuff I had the other day is like expensive from. It's called Baxter of California. It's not incredibly expensive, but it has a little bit of shine to it, and I don't want any shine. So I want a high hold clay that's all natural. They don't exist. There's one, and it's like $33 for I think a 2-ounce jar. No thanks, I'm good.
So it lasts you like a week?
Not a week. It'll last me probably maybe a month if I stretch it. But it all depends. But I mean, the like I said before, the trick of it is finding something that doesn't have any shit in it.
Yeah.
Like I read the side your label. It just says water, organic coconut oil, organic walnut oil. What's colza oil?
Colza oil is actually what the emulsifier is made out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So and then
I think it's a nut.
All right. So black walnut hull, vitamin E oil and fragrance.
Yeah.
And they what's the term I'm looking for?
Organic essence oils?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tricky. Even the Baxter shit that I have has some things that are hard to pronounce in it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Well,
I gave it a shot because it got great ratings, and it was as natural as I can get with as high hold as I can get. This is really making me really happy to talk about pomade.
The thing is, I mean, I understand why they use that, because when you're using all natural ingredients, it's harder. It's much harder.
Yeah.
And more expensive.
You have a higher chance that things are going to go wrong, because every time you get something, it changes from. There's so many variables, like crop to crop. There's going to be different percentages of the different ingredients in it. Every time you do an extraction, it's going to be a little bit different based on the fucking pressure in the air and the temperature and, the humidity at the time. And by the time you even get the ingredients, there's a huge spread in the quality and in the texture and everything of all the ingredients you're using. And then you're mixing those things together under varying circumstances. Yeah. So you can get garbage sometimes. And it's much simpler if you can abstract all that out and just go with like, this is made in a fucking steel vat in a laboratory in, Mexico somewhere or whatever, 1,000-gallon drum, and it's under pristine circumstances. I understand that, but that's personally not the choices that we're making, But
people also, they see something and they know that it's pretty much handmade locally, and they're willing to deal with a little bit of ebb and flow.
Yeah, there's definitely variance in this.
And that's it's not going to be exactly the same.
That's the
it
big
can't
thing.
be because you're whipping that shit together yourself. It's not. You're not paying 46 employees in some fucking business park somewhere to make it.
I hadn't heard of you guys when you signed up for Creator Fest, and Adam was just like, "Oh yeah, we got these. They do beard bombs and this and that," and I was just like, "Are they local?" He's just like, "Yeah." I went, "Perfect."
That's all we care about.
Yeah,
that's what we want to support on this show is local people. And the thing is, like, let's say 10 years down the road, you have 100 employees and you're a national brand, we would still have you at Creator Fest because look at that fucking story.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
I would have no problem with that. And it's the same thing with like a company like Sloop. Those guys are going to be nationally distributed in 5 or 6 years.
Sure.
They're going to be a huge beer company. They might not be Sam Adams, but they're going to be a big beer company. We're totally fine with them sponsoring Creator Fest because they started a couple 100 yards away from where we were having the event.
And in all honesty, you struck gold by originating yourself in the Hudson Valley, because I think the hardcore Hudson Valley people here, that's what they want. They want local. They want to drink local. You go to the Falcon over in Marlboro, that's all they carry is only local stuff. Millhouse down the road, they carry a ton of local shit at their bar. And I'm just talking alcohol because a lot of this, that's the thing, though. That's the other thing. A lot of...
you should definitely go there and give out samples to every bartender.
At Millhouse, you said?
Yes, they all have.
All right.
It's all mustaches and beards over there. But, there's not a lot of local Bath and Body, for lack of a better term, products in the area. We've had Nomadic Boutique on, and they do soaps. We made a soap with them and everything like that. Yeah,
at home.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You got some?
Yeah.
Great. It came out so good.
Right? Yeah.
Everybody that was coming up to our booth, that's
Amy was like, "We need to buy soap for Laconia." I was like, "No, we don't."
I got tons of it. But just and seeing that, it's just like, good. I'd prefer to buy my if I have to pay even to pay a little bit more,
even fucking double sometimes.
Yeah, fuck it. It's from where I live, and that's enough for me.
Yeah,
and just sitting here already, I stopped itching all. I've already stopped itching,
hear it, man.
And it's just like all I want to do is do this, and then smell my hand.
Smell my hand.
It's so good.
Fuck
but
yeah, man.
I'd probably even use this on my face with the dumb little stubble that I have.
Bring the soul patch back.
The soul? No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So they say that the stubble is statistically what women find most attractive. On
Really?
average. Yeah.
See, I knew that when I saw Lord of the Rings with Brooke.
Fucking Vigo.
She fucking melted. She's like, "Oh, he's handsome."
Yeah.
That was like the first time I'd heard her say something about a male actor or whatever the hell, and I was just like, "Huh," and I was like, studied him.
Yeah.
I have
What's
long
going on
hair.
here?
No, in the back of his head, he's just like, "Yeah, he is."
I'm like, like, I have blue eyes. I have long hair.
What else is going on
I don't
here?
have a square jaw. It's more pointy. He's got stubble.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's about. Man, I swear that women are, for the most part, because you said your wife is not for beards. I found that women are very much for or against. But when they are for and having the beard that I have, good fucking Lord. The attention that I get compared to because
do they walk up to you like zombies trying to grab at it?
the women. I mean, that's what my newest Instagram post is about. Is exactly that phenomenon.
I
where,
saw
like,
that.
Like people just.
It's a great shot. Have you seen it?
I just get fucking groped. I was in South America a little while ago, and beards are very rare there, right? Like not too many, like way less.
Okay.
Like 1/10 as many beards as you see in the United States or in Canada. But I went to a club in Santiago, Chile, and this woman fucking like first thing in the door just like runs up against me, throws her arms on my chest, and she's like, your beard is so big, and it's just rubbing her hand. Like you just get like assaulted. And I was out to dinner like a couple days later, and this girl walks past, runs her hands through my beards, and just keeps walking. Right. In a silky black dress and high heels. Right. And she just, that's just that, like, you don't get attention from all of the women, but the women you get attention from, the attention is so intense that it doesn't fucking matter. You're not worried about the rest of the women because they're coming after you,
Oh,
but yeah,
fuck.
that's the shot.
That's great,
Everybody's
man.
going to want to touch it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so this is an interesting story actually. I went out to LA to shoot a video, and everything was sort of falling apart. I couldn't it was for one of these scents. I wanted to shoot one of the videos for these scents, and things weren't really working out, and I was coming back in a lift, a shared lift, and these two girls hop in the back, and they're clearly coming from the club or something. They're all dressed up. It's Saturday night, and we're shooting the shit. And they're asking me how my trip is going. And I said, oh, it's great, but, yada, yada, yada. It's not really working out with this photo shoot. And they say, oh, well, we're both Instagram models, and we have a photographer and a location set for tomorrow, and the person who wanted the shoot fell through. So if you want, we can shoot tomorrow at this great spot, and, we can make this happen. So, like, basically my last day in LA, I'm with these Instagram models and this great photographer, and we... do the shoot, and we get a bunch of great shots from it, and it was exactly sort of the thing that I wanted. It was in a different location, but it was like, I hit all the notes that I was looking for, and so I was really grateful for those guys for making
It's a great
that
shot,
happen.
man. It's awesome. Like, if anybody wants to check it out, just go to be Untamed.
B_Untamed. So
on Instagram.
Untamed.
Yeah.
On Instagram, yeah. Can I ask, that shirt, is that a Knitting is Metal shirt?
No, sorry. That's actually from the same store.
It looked like the Knitting is Metal shirt.
That's from the same store that my older brother got this Lagunitas Sucks from in the middle of fucking nowhere, Soames Bar, California. That's the Soames Bar Market, Soames Bar Outpost, Soames Bar River Outpost shirt. So, tiny town. Shout out to that place if anyone's listening from Soames Bar. Population 5.
Oh, that went down since we've been on the air. What's that?
Is that your computer?
It's either mine or yours. I'm not sure.
That's not a Mac sound. I think it's your computer.
Yeah, I tried turning the notifications off,
Well,
but
whatever
you can do. But
it's fine.
Dude, real quick, I want to touch on it's vegan beard wax.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, what makes this vegan? And then I saw it. It's
doesn't contain any beeswax. It's all calendula or
calendula.
Candelilla.
It's all calendula.
It's all calendula.
Everything is calendula.
Yeah, one's candelilla and the other one's beeswax.
Yeah. So this is the only vegan beard wax that I am familiar with on the market. There's a small but healthy group of people who are fiending for this sort of stuff. We're working.
Like beeswax.
We're working on a vegan bomb.
I don't know how healthy they are, but
yeah,
it smells great though.
Oh yeah. We're working on coming out with a vegan balm line as well to match the vegan wax.
Oh, because there is beeswax in this. As well.
So what do you use in place of it? Did you say
the candelilla?
Candelilla, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
it's still in there. It's just not.
Yeah, it's a
beeswax.
different wax.
I find in the all natural freaking hair shit, the higher hold ones, if some of them have beeswax in them.
Yeah.
Because that shit is like hardens like a rock.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's hard to get the good wax though, because you need something that's gonna basically melt at skin at like body temperature.
Mm-hmm.
So that
there's
you get
another
liquid
trick
and
to
then
it.
solidify again when it's on your hair.
Because like I got this one. It was by O'Dudes, and it's O'Dudes, and it's an oil-based high-hold pomade. And I had to like have to like dig into the fucker to get it out, and then just like mash it in your fucking hands, and then when you put it in your hair, it's just like pulling. So there's this weird kind of balance that you have to find, even in the beard. You don't want to like be straining the strands of hair because you start breaking shit and fucking up the strands, and that's when you get like split ends. You start getting split ends, and everything's getting all fucked up. So you have to have this like weird balance of, what's the term I'm looking for? It needs to be loose, a little bit loose, even though you're looking for maybe something with a little bit more hold.
Yeah, For me, for my hair now, I pretty much just use coconut oil. But it's long enough that I can do that. If I were to cut it to that length, I couldn't do that. I'd need to use some sort of pomade.
The only issue that I have with coconut oil is that it goes bad pretty easily, I've found.
Yeah.
And you can't even tell.
If you mix it with something, then it's going to...
Even straight coconut oil, I found.
Shelf stable.
I've personally found it can get, because it's food.
Yeah.
And so something might get in there, and I found that there's no way to visually tell. But this is after something I've kept for like a year. In all fairness, but I'll use
mine
it.
doesn't go that long. I put like 2 tablespoons in a container, like from my kitchen supply. Put like 2 tablespoons in a little container, and I use that.
Nice.
But I go without a hat fucking 2 days a month because I don't. I just want to cut all my hair off. Like I said, I want crew cut, big beard. That's what I want.
Brooke has her entire back is tattooed.
Nice.
And she used coconut oil only on the healing the healing process, and it's She used something else. What's the one that they always
A&D?
A&D. No, it wasn't A&D. It was the other one. It was the
Is it like
with
a tat
the E.
cream?
It was
it's A&D
Eucerin.
cream.
Eucerin. It was the one that she used, and it inflamed.
Oof.
The one tattoo, it inflamed. As soon as it started that, she switched back to
it's
coconut
probably
oil, and
fucking glycol.
whoop, it's back. She's fine.
It's probably glycol. Eucerin has glycol.
She
in it.
used coconut oil the entire time. She had to put a little bit more on than you would with any kind of industrial kind of fucking moisturizer, but that coconut oil works great, man.
Most of the like A&D is petroleum based. It's Vaseline with vitamin A, vitamin D. I mean, I don't know if it
comes back around.
I don't know if it's
All
terrible
natural
for you.
shit.
It's terrible for some people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately, we don't know because
Yeah.
petroleum has only been used in our civilization for like what 100 years.
Well, the guy who invented Vaseline ate a tablespoon of it every day and lived to be 105.
That's true, but that's not a great
psycho.
sample size.
Oh, no, of course. That's correlation,
insane
not
person.
causation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it doesn't definitely kill you.
The oldest person alive today swears that it's because she drinks Dr. Pepper every day.
Yeah. That shit's nice.
So,
I fucking love Dr. Pepper.
I like the Dr. Pepper that's not corn syrupy. Are you putting more shit on?
Yeah, I'm putting the sand snake on. Maybe
I
my
can't.
wife will
I
jump
really
on me
hope
later.
that. I really hope he's all broken out tomorrow, like a 13-year-old. He's putting all this oil on his face.
I hope
great,
not.
man.
I mean, let me know what happens either way. But
yeah,
the thing is with all these chemicals, man, is like there's so much that we just basically introduced in the last 50 years.
Yeah, we just
and we
don't
have
know.
no idea how it's going to affect us.
Like
so,
vaping.
Oh, God, I feel bad for those kids.
Just inhale some butane. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I think we've gone.
I have to pee really bad.
Yeah, we've
Oh,
gone
me
pretty
too.
long. So let's kill it right here because Andrin, man, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
This has been great. Just shooting the shit about all natural products.
I 100% have to say I've been using the cream for 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now. pretty much every other day, and I'm out of it, so I need to buy some.
Sounds
I really
good.
like it. I'm a big fan. Everything smells great, and I'm going to try something other than the classic. I'm going to decide which one.
So there's 25% off today if you use the code Father's Day.
Ooh,
Nice.
all right. 25% off if you use the code word Father's Day at Untamed.com. I don't know why it blanked on it. I'm surrounded by it.
Oh, man.
Also, Instagram.com/B_Untamed to check out
What's hot?
Andrin's beard.
Check it out.
See what he's got.
It's here.
See why he uses what he uses.
Yeah.
'Cause it takes a lot of upkeep, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a huge market for this, especially locally.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
we know a couple of soap makers around here, people that do essential oils, but nobody's really concentrating on the guys.
Yeah.
And I think that's...
Guys need love, too.
So, like, Nomadic Boutique does beard oils, but they don't do balms. They don't do any of this stuff. So, I think that there's a good market for it, and I think there's plenty of room for all you guys to...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, build up and up and up and up.
Absolutely.
So,
That's the plan.
hoping you'll come back to next year's Creator Fest in your jet.
Fuck yeah, I will.
Yeah, land your helicopter in the back lot there. Thanks so much for coming on, man.
Hey.
Next week, who we got?
Hinged.
Ooh, Hinge,
Yeah.
the band. Okay.
Yeah. So I gotta reach out to them, just double check.
Yeah, the Dark Side Bazaar was good to us. We got a whole
Yeah.
stack of fucking.
We met a lot of
business
cool
cards
people. We
and-
did a ton of cool interviews. The Hudson Valley Horrors have reached out to us, and
You
they
say it
definitely
too
want to
fast,
come on the
sounds
show.
bad. They're a
Sounds
roller
like whores.
roller derby crew.
They are not
Team.
whores. They are not.
They're
the
lovely.
Hudson Valley Horrors.
They're lovely ladies that like to try and knock
So
teeth out.
we're gonna get them on early in July, I think.
Nice.
It's very exciting stuff.
All right, kids. Until next week, do yourself a favor. Check out b-untamed.com and b_untamed at on Instagram. This shit hits like a fucking ton of bricks.
Let's have some more.
All right.
I've had 60% more alcohol than you.
Yeah, well, you talked the entire show about how fucking femmy I am, and now you're
And
now
I'm
you're fucking
drunk
shocked.
like a 90-pound girl. What do you expect?
All right. Bye, kids.
It wasn't that you're femmy. You just have a weak chin. We didn't pick a title.
Oh shit! Yeah, we didn't do titles.
I only have two because I was having such a good time and drank too many beers.
I have two over here also. So
I think I feel like I know what I want it to be.
over the course of the show, Adam's been not really compiling, a list of possible show titles. So he's going to name them off. You got a
so I've got
a hand in
We've
in
hit
the
peak
decision
beard.
We've hit peak beard
and bling for my beard.
Bling for my beard. Okay. I also have I want to look like Zangief. And the guy that smells like licorice.
I'm between I will flip a coin for we've hit peak beard and I want to look like Zangief.
All right, sounds good.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm down for either. Those are pretty
Jesus Christ, that doesn't help.
Well, we gotta flip a bottle cap. Ready?
All right.
So this is heads. Who's
heads will be we've hit peak beard.
Okay. Boom.
We've hit peak beard.
We've hit peak beard.
And I'll
and peak
hashtag-
beard has to be in quotes.
Yeah.
All right, can you circle that
All
for
right,
me? And I want to look like Zangief. I'll make that a hashtag. Fuck it.
Yeah.
If you guys go deep on my Facebook page, 7 years ago, there is a picture of me where I look like Zangief. I used to do a Christmas mohawk every year just to ruin family pictures. So I had a mohawk that was about this tall and it was super wide. It was like 3.5 inches wide. And I had a beard much longer than this. Oof. And I was like sitting at the bar that's in my house and I went like, and I looked exactly like Zangief. So yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So we've hit peak beard and we're out.
Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Thank you.